So you can either play like possibilities. Obviously, this is one of Paul McCartney's coolest bass lines. Jocko does this song, he covers this song. But I'm working on like Counterpoint, if that relates. If you are watching this and you're like, nah, you ain't doing Counterpoint, I would love to hear from you in the comments. But the way I'm looking at Counterpoint is basically putting like another melodic bass line on top of what Paul McCartney's already doing. And the thing that comes to mind is like, you know, in classical music or being in the orchestra, there were more than one bass line parts. The cello had its own line, the trombones had their own lines. A lot of times those lines were similar and we played in unison, but a lot of times they weren't. So bringing that back to me playing bass to the Beatles, I can kind of reflect that and trying to do something. I found or have already worked out where the line that Paul McCartney, the notes that he's playing, it's a descending line from the D and it's a major. And it just comes back up. So finding the notes on the neck, finding the ones that, you know, if your intention is, no, I really want to learn what Paul McCartney's doing, then you just have to stop and, God, I can't figure out, okay, hold on one sec. I have to pull the window up. You just have to pause and rewind, basically, just like back in the day when you had a tape recorder. That's what we would do. We would just stop and rewound all like over and over until you got something. This is learning by ear. That's a D. He's hitting that D. So that's the root tonic. That's basically the harmony of it. I'm playing down here because my amp's not on. If I had my amp, I'd probably be playing up in this register. So, see what I'm doing? Okay, so, and this is, for me to be able to do this creatively, gets into connecting these dots with this part of my work as a bass player, is just waking up, making coffee, playing the bass to some of my favorite songs, bass lines, learning the bass line note for note if I want, or just like I was just doing, trying to do my own thing over it, you know, like learning the chord progression, learning the melody on the bass, and opening up to like a free expression. I don't think I'll be able to post this public because there's going to be a copyright infringement issue. So this is for educational purposes only. Not that the Beatles need any more dread, surviving members. Maybe you could argue that, well, it's for their family that they've left behind. And the estate, the record companies that Apple Records, I think this is Apple Records, definitely probably needs the money. I would say record companies in general are hurting because of streaming, how streaming has evolved, where you don't buy music anymore except through membership. Like I'm paying for YouTube Premium, so instead of paying for Apple Music or Spotify, I'm on YouTube Music right now, which I love. I don't have to listen to any commercials, and that's great. My name's Eric Zuka. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to have a bass consultation and talk about bass, anything and all things bass, feel free to reach out to me by email sczUka@gmail.com. I'll put that in the description below. Thanks again for watching. Have a great one.